What it do, ski? It's your boy Failwell34, and today I'm here with my reaction video to Black Mirror. This one is the finale for season 2 already. I didn't realize 2 seasons with 6 episodes. That's new territory for me. But we've been on a really good stretch of episodes for Black Mirror as well. The last one dealt with the idea of this person who committed a terrible act of assisting in the murder of a child, but memory was wiped. So, and they're talking about like justice, and if this person's memories are wiped and they're serving an even worse sentence by reliving it over, is it even the same person who's serving that sentence? I thought it was actually a really good episode too, in the way that they sort of directed it and pieced it together and paced it out. I thought it was really well done. So that being said, let's see what season 2 finale has to offer. I thought the season 1 finale was my favorite episode of the series so far, so let's see what this one's got to offer. So as always, if you enjoyed it, then be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And again, y'all, in case you're interested in getting the full on raw reaction and more, then definitely check out patreon.com/failwell34 in the description down below. With that being said, let's get into it. Yeet. The Waldo moment. Where's Waldo? And who's going to be the main actors this time around? We've been having a lot of famous people recently.
They're ready for
like
now.
Bigger celebrities now.
Jamie!
So it's a talk show. We're going to talk about government and stuff.
You really shouldn't be going.
Similarity to the season 1 finale. So how are these going to connect?
Shane's super groomer and
This.
Big ball blue bear bollocks.
Oh, okay. I thought he was actually going to be
whose mum's in tonight, apparently. What?
So it's like how in like talk shows they have their companion or their like the side character they always go to. So in this case, it's a sort of augmented sort of like filter, but there's somebody behind it too, and he's going through some personal troubles and
Waldo time!
he's gonna snap. Oh my god.
Cool!
Storming. Gonna give it to him.
Are we gonna see him losing it because he can't really handle it? Like maybe sparingly he can just manage to keep it together for that show, but doing a pilot might be too much for him. No, she got it.
The problem...
Wow. If you think about it, guys, I'm currently in the writer's room.
Any guests we book will be in on it.
It's
They know
inside
that
me.
Waldo's a joke, the surprise.
Well, Waldo's gonna become the new MP, apparently. Who would have thought joke collections would be an episode of Black Mirror this early? Mirrors real life a little bit, don't you think? Meme candidates you'll
He's with
probably
the mum
win.
and baby group.
Styles, so just choose one from there. Then you put your name.
Hits the ground running. The license fee is something that's very close to my...
Again? That's so annoying.
Hey, over here! Hey, over here! Look over here, Mr. Monroe!
The
Look
Conservative
over here!
Party with reduction in
Man's out here on
Good morning, everybody!
man's here on the ground trying to do the good work.
Ignoring
He's
me,
getting
Mr.
distracted.
Why are you ignoring Push chair? Yeah, you. Ask Mr. Monroe why he's ignoring me.
Stupid.
Oh, he's a conservative.
I'm not walking away from a cartoon.
I've got your mouth.
Oh, the main characters are converging.
You know that's Gwendolyn Harris.
He's gonna swoop in there. I hope my mom doesn't walk in. You make the Waldo voice?
Sorry?
This is really sweet. I'm liking where this is going. But I'm sure it's only gonna last for a little bit before shit hits the fan.
Hello, I'm Mr.
Finding some hope and happiness.
Me and keep
But
things
for how long?
shitty. Waldo!
He's gonna quit because she's gonna get upset, probably.
You're
I don't
right.
know.
Strong
We
Tory.
see.
I warned you.
Oh, great. He was happy for a day. The descent begins. Already. Shit's gonna hit the fan. It already is. Part 3.
Pretty quiet. And now, of course,
he's getting
operating this this sort of teddy bear.
Sending, and in that way you're all the
Now,
same.
oh no, now his real feelings about what
Is
happened with
all
the
of politics
other
a waste of
candidates
time?
about to pop up.
Well, of course, I think no.
He shot back. Yeah. Relatable.
Waldo has gone viral. The video
He's
of
got-
his clash
oh no,
has
now
already
he's gonna
been
win.
viewed over 1 million times on YouTube. There are Facebook.
What takes you seriously?
Now he's actually getting some steam. And the Waldo party will be leading.
Just about it. Now, come on. What do you say? Eh?
Jamie, why would I want to do this?
Look, the world is knackered and you can do something about it.
I don't know what you're on about.
Let's go. I get the message of what they're trying to do here. You need politicians. You need people who are.
What's that
in
bit?
it.
Waldorific, yay!
He's actually gonna try and go for it.
Why is he going off left again? Why is he doing...
Absolutely.
It's interesting stuff, though.
Did not expect an episode about politicians and democracy.
Roy.
Morning.
I'm gonna go on another spiel.
Go.
We're here.
You can see in his eye, he does not want to be there. at all.
Attention shoppers. I'm here to ask you an important favor. Gather round. Come over
That
here
one's
and
face.
listen. Vote for me. Don't vote for
People
me.
are gonna wanna
Don't
vote for him now.
for me. Don't vote for me. Look, you stop like
beyond you,
catchphrases in
bro.
a little hat and that. Only an idiot wouldn't vote for me. So, question the status quo. Knock me out.
We made the machine.
Smash it. Yeah.
We literally spit him out. Who is he?
Being the returning officer for the Stentonford and Hersham constituency.
Waldo, 100,000.
Waldo, independent. 16,784.
Second. That's crazy. Chaos ensues now. He's gonna get blamed for it. It's like the dystopian future once Waldo won. Or the after, just the effects
沃朵教育基
after
金
him.
成立了很多学校，给住在很远的
Waldo's world.
تستمر في قصف
Yeah. That was Black Mirror Season 2, Episode 3. That was my reaction video. I totally forgot to record the outro for this video. I just went to the bathroom and I just kept recording other videos for the day. Interesting episode of Black Mirror. Straight up, while I don't think this was my maybe favorite episode of the series, probably it's one on the lower end of my in terms of what I liked in the series so far. I appreciate what they're trying to do here, and while I can see maybe people thinking that this isn't very Black Mirror-esque, especially compared to some of the other storylines that we've done, but it actually is quite scary when you think about it, with the idea of Waldo. And I think most of my issues that come from this episode have to do with just from the story perspective and then the execution of how they went about this episode, and certain things they chose to highlight versus things they didn't. For example, I don't think it flows or is as impactful as some of the other episodes. Anyway, but that being said, let's just talk about what worked and just some of the ideas that they did in this one. So the idea of taking this character named Waldo, who's on a satirical, political commentary show, who does interviews with people, who's a blue bear / celebrity, and then turning him into a candidate for a political party, and then him actually not winning per se, but in the in the long run. In general, having a serious impact you're getting or stirring and rallying up people. Even though this came out pretty early on, pretty shockingly, I can see people why they might say it's similar to how real life events played out. I could also see why you can say not really. As the ending alluded to, 1984 style, it showed that there were some tangible results, and I guess it kind of went overboard, but it resulted in this sort of like Big Brother Waldo government in a dystopian future thing. And it just sort of it just goes to show that the sort of damage that can happen when you have some sort of character like this with no values leading a party or stirring up people in the political sphere. So and voters especially. The reason I say 1984, like John Hurt, like starring John Hurt, like the film, it was because I studied it the last semester in university for this 4th year dystopian future class, and the ending was oddly similar, I gotta say. And I also thought it was really interesting that they, even though like Waldo makes really crude humor and swearing quite a bit and doesn't really stand behind anything, just really just dark, and like he was used and sort of was the voice for people who clearly weren't satisfied with what was going on with the other political parties, as they showed. They even sort of like explained like he's not gonna win, but by, you know, gaining higher in the rankings, he's screwing other candidates over. So I definitely think there is a lot more to this with the ideas that they're going for. I just don't know how well they came across. All those things included, I found this to be one of my least favorite episodes, and I thought this was all right overall. One of the things that I actually really loved about this episode was the actual actor who played James, the actual actor who played Waldo. They showed that he was just miserable and depressed a lot of the times, and a lot of the shots of him just wanting to be in bed, you know, instead of going out and campaigning and such like that. Then it showed him having a glimmer of happiness, like when we first start off the episode, he was having like a breakdown, like he's saying like I don't want to do it, and then he goes up on stage and then does what he needs to do, right? And I really like resonated with that, and appreciated them showing that aspect of his character. And then him having like a glimmer of happiness for a second when he got together with her running for the campaign. I just found that to be such a sincere moment and like so genuine, because something like that really spoke to me, and I can totally get it. I can totally get where they're coming from with that, and it's not something that they needed to elaborate entirely. I mean, I think it's a feeling that's often felt by a lot of people, and it doesn't need to be explained in depth or overly explained, you know? Also, especially when you're somebody in that sort of field, or you're an entertainer or comedian, or you're just to pull it back from that sort of scope, you're just anybody who likes to entertain people, make people happy, make people laugh all the time. Sometimes if you look at those people, sometimes they're not happy at all, and they're very miserable in their personal life, or when they're alone, or they don't have people, or they're not making jokes, or they're not doing their thing per se. You know, that's how it often goes. So I really appreciated that they went and showed that. So overall, I definitely think there's a lot of cool ideas in this episode, but for me, it didn't. I thought the execution is what hurt this one the most. What do you think about this one? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. As always, if you enjoyed this, and definitely be sure to smack that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, guys, if you guys want the and of course, as always, if you want the full unedited raw reaction and more, plus extra uploads a week, then definitely check out patreon.com/Fable34 in the description down below. With that being said, guys, I will see you all next time. Peace.